This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Warning, warning, warning. This is not a show about motorcycles. Okay, it has some motorcycles in it. But deep down, it's really a show about people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities better, safer, and stronger. And people just doing crazy biker stuff too. This is Biker Dad.
Hi, my name is Chris Best, and I quit my six-figure job to ride motorcycles and tell stories, and it's going awesome. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of the Biker Dad Show. And this week, we have a really big shoe, as Ed Sullivan used to say, big, Texas big, and here's why. We rode out to Dallas, Texas to visit with legendary bike builder Rick Fairless for his birthday party, and another famous Richard showed up too. We're gonna tell you how it all got Gas Monkey up in there. Plus, we are going to the biggest Harley dealership in Texas, one of the biggest in the world, and they have a massive icon that is worth going there to check out by itself. Plus, we're going to have an update on the motorcycle makeover of my bike, Elvis the Dyna, and how another motorcycle reality show star is getting involved in that build in just a small way. But first, we start out in Texas with Rick Fairless' birthday bash, and it got crazy. It got all gas.
Motorcycle icon, Mr. Rick Fairless. Really? It's his birthday! 65th birthday. What do you got to say about that, Art?
Oh, I got to tell you what I got to say about that. When this was making reality television, I used to come to this parking lot and I would tell him how, hey, I'm going to do some shit like that. I'm going to be the bad guy. I'm going to get on TV. I'm going to sell some t-shirts, build a brand, and do stuff. And he's like, Richard, it's not that easy. Well, I got to tell you, sir, it was not easy. I wish you would have been a little more instructive and persuaded me to calm down. But, you know, I've chased this guy my whole life. He is everything about Dallas-Fort Worth. It runs in his blood. And, you know, just to be here and know that the success that he and his family have had kind of bled off on me and made me want to work that much harder and what have you is the most amazing thing in the world. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care what Gas Monkey goes on to do or whatever. This guy lit the fire under my ass that made me go out and do it. Whoa!
We're bringing in a band called Warrant. You old-timers will remember Warrant from the 90s. One of their big hits was Cherry Pie. The lead singer is a friend of mine, and I talked him into coming out here by writing a big check. You know, my whole life I've ridden motorcycles. I started riding when I was 7 years old, and my brother and I are 11 months apart. There's 1 month a year that we're the same age, this one. In September, we're the same age. And so we learned to ride motorcycles together. And I've always had one, so the whole time I worked for Glidden, I started there when I was 19. I liked it, but I always knew there was more there somewhere, you know, and it's like, man, it would be cool to have a custom shop in Dallas. I just kept toying with it, and I just kept putting stuff on paper and trying to figure things out. And I just wasn't, the more I worked on it, the more roadblocks I hit. And every time I hit a roadblock, I went over it or under it or through it. I really never thought that it would happen, but I made it happen. To me, my philosophy has always been, if people are going to go and everybody's going and everybody's turning right, I'm going to turn to the left. I'm going to do, when everybody else starts going to then I'm going to go. You know, I always want to do something different, and the motorcycle deal was pretty easy because that's where my passion is. And you know, people will say, where do you come up with these crazy ideas and all those things? That's the easy part. I mean, I live for that stuff. I live to do the custom stuff. You know, that's what's cool to me.
This is Biker Dad.
Just a few blocks from where we're hanging out with Rick Fairless this weekend is the famous Gas Monkey Garage. And we all probably know what the Gas Monkey Garage is, but did you know it's also a place you could come and hang out and even watch them film episodes of the show? Well, let's go check it out inside. Everything really is bigger in Texas. I just stopped in to duck out of the rain at Texas Harley Davidson in Bedford, and this place is just massive. Just take a look at that. And I'm not lying about everything being bigger in Texas. This is the largest bar and shield in the world. It doesn't look like it's that huge, but that's literally about 50 yards behind me at the service department here at Texas Harley Davidson. And I got the story behind it.
Hey everybody, it's Travis at Texas Harley, and I want to show you we have the world's largest bar and shield here in-house at Texas Harley Davidson. Come by and check it out one day. There was a dealership in the Northwest that closed down or rebuilt, something along those lines. We were able to purchase it from them. Took 3 18-wheelers to get it down here. And it sat in crates for about 2 years while we built the building around the sign for it. So it's a pretty cool deal, pretty cool to come in and see it. And obviously if you take a picture, it kind of dwarfs you, so it's pretty neat. From what I understand, we were originally going to try to put it outside, but the city got to draw a line somewhere, so we wanted to showcase our amazing service department, and what better way to do it than put a big bar and shield where everybody's got to come check it out. Yeah, so we're 72,000 square feet. We're settled on about 5 acres, so we do a full riding academy in the back, plenty of parking for everybody, motorcycles, covered parking under the awning, and then 72,000 square feet of nothing but Harley.
Now, this week's Biker Dad Tech Tip. Biker Dad Tech Tip. All right, it's time for the tech tip, and check out these 2 beautiful road glides they have on the floor here. These are used. There's something a little bit different about each one of these. We're talking about lighting this week, so they look quite a bit the same, but something happens when you flip the switches on them. Let's talk to Mobile Bay Harley Davidson Master Tech Neil about lighting. Let's get to it.
This particular bike is outfitted with custom dynamics lights, pretty much from head to toe. They replaced a lot of the stock components. This would be a reflector, but this is all lit up now.
Yeah, I hate the reflectors on my bike, but they're not lit up like that. They look really cool.
Yeah, when they're functional, they're pretty awesome. Same as on the back here. I'll even hit the brakes for you.
Oh, wow.
That'll definitely get somebody's attention. Whole halo system, everybody knows which way you're going.
So it's lit up here, it's lit up here, it's lit up here, and back here, obviously. So that's pretty awesome. It's even hitting on the reflector over here.
And they're still fully, you hit the brake. So Everybody knows you're turning and slowing down. The stock Harley LED is just fine. That thing really lights up the road, but I said when you want that little bit extra, and it's nice focused light. So
It's great when something has a great safety feature, but also makes your bike look a little more bad.
exactly.
If you love your bike but hate swamp ass, Breezy Rider is for you. For 27 years, I've been designing medical seating to protect the skin of people confined to wheelchairs. Now, after so many friends asking for help with their motorcycle seats, I've designed Breezy Rider. Breezy Rider actually enhances the look of your bike with its custom fit design, while the patented Still Air foam reduces vibrations that cause fatigue and pain, and you can actually feel air flowing underneath you, keeping you cool and dry.
Cottonmouth Customs in Pensacola is building awesome bikes, and they're also building a reputation as one of the great bike builders. The shop in Pensacola offers custom bikes, service, and tons of used parts upstairs. The mini museum of beautiful vintage bikes is worth the visit alone. I want to personally thank Cottonmouth Customs for supporting the Biker Dad show and making our dream of riding motorcycles and telling stories possible. And look, even the Blue Angels approve.
This is Biker Dad.
Here at the bike show at the Texas Motor Speedway, you can ride pretty much any kind of bike you want. Of course, I'm going to start with the Harley Davidsons, and I'm going to start with the three that are different than all the other Harley Davidsons. The Pan America, which I just love. Every time I get on this thing, it's just insane. The new Sportster S1250, which is just fast and furious. And of course, I'm going to ride the new iteration of the Livewire, the all-electric Harley Davidson. It's been a blast.
Matt Kuchin. I am the marketing director for Texas Harley Davidson.
And I'm Kyle Schreiner. I'm a fish specialist at Texas Harley Davidson.
So this is we're here at Texas Motor Speedway IMS show. It's an IMS outdoors now. So if you're familiar with IMS, we used to have an indoor show. A lot of vintage bikes, a lot of new prototype bikes. They've remodeled it after COVID, and now it's all outdoors. So anywhere here at Texas Motor Speedway, you can go around and test ride all the models. Harley Davidson has the biggest group of motorcycles here, so you can test out the Livewire, every single model of a Harley Davidson, including the Pan America and the new Sportster S. A lot of the dealerships, a lot of the manufacturers are hurting for inventory, so if you want to ride motorcycles, this is a great spot to come do it, because you can ride any brand and any model that they have, especially Harley Davidson. We have every single model out here.
Here at the bike show at the Texas Motor Speedway, you can ride pretty much any kind of bike you want. Of course, I'm going to start with the Harley Davidsons, and I'm going to start with the three that are different than all the other Harley Davidsons. The Pan America, which I just love. Every time I get on this thing, it's just insane. The new Sportster S1250, which is just fast and furious. And of course, I'm going to ride the new iteration of the Livewire, the all-electric Harley Davidson.
I'm a Pan America guy myself. The fact that they made this machine and their first of its class within the Harley Davidson line, and the way they did it, and it didn't come out, and it was like, people don't like it, it's not going to perform, it's not going to compete. And the fact that it's the best-selling ADV bike in the United States right now, for being the first in this class, is truly incredible.
Yeah, so there's only one thing to do in Texas, and it's go big. That's what they say about Texas, right? Everything's bigger here. So the Speedway was a perfect venue to launch their new IMS outdoor show. So we're lucky enough to be so close with our dealership to get invited out here to represent Harley Davidson and our dealership. So it's pretty dang awesome having the show here right in our backyard.
The IMS outdoor show, they're doing it outdoors now to be a little bit more safe with the COVID stuff going on. But just check it out, this huge parking lot full of motorcycles right here in the middle of NASCAR Holy Land.
Down the hill, back up the hill and bike right now. You can see Shannon just trying to hold on to it. He's still going, sort of spinning the tires. He comes back up.
Davidson. I'm from Hazard, Kentucky, and I've been doing extreme street bike freestyle for the last 25 years.
One more time, going down the other way.
Basically how this come about is we're out promoting for a show in Daytona, and everybody was like, oh, come to our stunt show, come to our stunt show. So everybody's first thing they would say is, oh, you mean flips and stuff? I'm gonna take it to the next level, so I want to do backflips. And I was like, well, how can I do backflips on the ground? I was like, well, I have to put some wheels on there so that it'll be, you know, less resistance as it's trying to do the backflip. At any time and now when I'm flipping it, at any time if it gets sketchy and I'm not just going to keep rolling upside down, I just hit the brakes and stops all the wheels and I roll out. So that's kind of where this evolved to, from just having a roll bar around the bike. I was on a TV show last year. I actually built this for a TV show last year called The Go Big Show with Snoop Dogg and all that. All right, remember I said I'd have you flipping out.
That's impressive.
So that's what we're naming the thing. So far, I've done like 10 shows with it. The response from everybody just unbelievable.
Now here's the Biker Dad Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week. All right, it's time for this week's Bike of the Week, and we got a really cool bike for you, custom built 2020
Lowrider S.
It's a 2020 Lowrider S, and as you can see, it's blended out with some cool red and gold paint and a whole bunch of other stuff. Kim, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Kim. I'm the marketing manager over at Mobile Bay Harley. We have this awesome 2020 Lowrider S. We did some custom things to it. So of course we have this awesome custom paint job with some really fine gold flake in it, this awesome red custom logo. We also have a custom saddleman seat, and then we put a stage 1 on it. So you get a little boost of performance on the 114 engine with that. We also have some S&S pipes. We powder coated the wheels, powder coated the handlebars. Overall, it's a really custom bike. You're not going to see something like this again. This is great for marine, awesome marine colors. And yeah, it's just one of a kind, and we hope you guys love it.
So it's got some power, so that's really cool. And the red touches, like if you've seen my bike, I'm a big fan of doing these little color touches, and they did a lot of cool red stuff here. This is the battery cover or the oil cover, I don't know which. I'll give you a edit that. And the mag wheels, they're all red. You don't see a lot of custom painted wheels like that. And even the gas cap and the fuel gauge delete over here because it has the gauges up here. It's red, so that's awesome. The ride will take you a little bit of getting used to. It kind of has a sport bike stance with the handlebars, but then it has forward controls, so it's a little bit different, but it's still fun to ride. All right, so if you want to come out and check this bike out, if it's still here by the time this airs, just call Mobile Bay Harley Davidson on the number at the bottom of your screen. Ask for Mark or Kim, and they'll let you come out and test ride this just like I did. It's a blast. Anytime you want to come and just test ride a bike, they'll let you do it. You can ride any bike in the shop almost, and it's fun sometimes just to come on a Saturday and ride a bike you haven't ridden before. So.
Yep, and if this one isn't here, we can always get you a standard bike and customize it for things that you want, things that you're looking for. It's a pretty efficient way to have a one-of-a-kind bike and still have a new motorcycle that isn't used, and that's going to be specifically tailored for you.
All right, that's the Bike of the Week. Come back next week. We'll have another cool bike right here in Mobile Bay Harley Davidson. Check out their bikes online and see if there's one you want us to test ride, because we can check that out for you too. Just go to Mobile Bay Harley Davidson's website, see what they got in stock, and just email me, message me on Facebook, and we'll ride the bike you want us to ride too.
This is Biker Dad.
Hey, I'm attorney Justin Lovely here in Myrtle Beach. We're here at the Lovely Law Firm. Also have the Myrtle Beach Biker Lawyer brand. I ride here. I'm a lawyer here. We live in the community, work here with my wife, my law partner, and we handle a lot of motorcycle injury cases and really any kind of legal issues that the biker may have. We want to be there trusted legal advisor, and if it's something that I can't handle in-house, we'll put them in the right spot and refer them out. So Amy and I wrote this book about 3 years ago. We actually have we've got a second edition coming out with some updates in the law. But we found a problem with people just that they'll go and they'll buy a motorcycle. They obviously want to ride. They're just listening to what these salesmen tell them, and they're not really educated as to the insurance issues and problems they're going to have when they own this bike in South Carolina. So what we've done, a lot of it's common sense, a lot of it's the law, and then a lot of it's our opinion on what we think you need to do. And it's been downloaded, and we've given it away to thousands of bikers in Myrtle Beach and all of South Carolina. Every time we have a rally, it's one of our hot swag items. Anybody who wants, I give it away for free. Got it on our website in a digital form. And I think it does a good job of, educating bikers and the whole riding community on the front end, so it can better prepare them hopefully they don't need me, but if they do need me, they're better educated. It tells you about, like, people forget the hand signals, for instance. Forget that. It talks about underinsured motorist coverage, the different types of injuries and how to treat them, different weird facts. A lot of it's really intuitive, because all this data comes from the National Highway Traffic Safety Commission. They do a study on motorcycle cases, and it comes out every few years. But you'd be surprised, like certain places on the highway near your home, times of day, times of the week when these accidents, serious accidents happen. And if you can avoid those, and obviously, common sense will tell you it's the popular riding times, but if you can come 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, it could save your life or keep you from, falling down. So any bunch of little tidbits like that are in here, and we've got great results from it. Again, we're working on a second edition, and just let me know, we can get it out to you.
Hi, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad, and I've never been in a major motorcycle crash, knock on wood that never happens. But if it ever does, I know that Justin and Amy with the lovely law firm have my back. Hey, we're here in Biker Dad World Headquarters, otherwise known as my garage. If you like a good laugh now and then, check out our TikTok 2. Try to say that a few times.
Dad, what are you doing out here?
I'm just out here relaxing after winning an argument with your mother.
If you love your bike but hate Swamp Ass, Breezy Rider is for you. For 27 years, I've been designing medical seating to protect the skin of people confined to wheelchairs. Now, after so many friends asking for help with their motorcycle seats, I've designed Breezy Rider. Breezy Rider actually enhances the look of your bike with its custom fit design, while the patented Still Air foam reduces vibrations that cause fatigue and pain, and you can actually feel air flowing underneath you, keeping you cool and dry.
Hey everybody, Attorney Justin Lovely again with Myrtle Beach Biker Lawyer. Just want to touch base with everybody and let you know about a biker community benefit that we have been doing for 3 years now, and that's our biker community calendar. Now this fills up fast. I was glad I was able to start it, and then we did it through COVID. And what we do is we give local biker shops or biker businesses some free advertising, okay? Because it's already hard enough to get clients, especially with COVID, and I know we're all starting back up this year. It's been a great year, but any little bit helps, and we're glad to do that. We distribute this to everybody on my list. I give it to everybody that's on your list, and if you've not done this, months are filling up fast, but we put a different sponsor on each month, and it's a real nice swag item that really goes off the shelves quick when we have these events. So reach out to us, talk to myself or talk to Yaritza, my marketing manager here, and we'll try to get you in the calendar for 2022.
Hi, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad, and I've never been in a major motorcycle crash, knock on wood that never happens. But if it ever does, I know that Justin and Amy with the lovely law firm have my back.
Biker Dad.
Alright guys, hey, this is Garrett at Black's Market Garage. We're just kind of giving you an update of Biker Dad's bike, and right now I have the rear fender, and this is what we got so far as saving the logo that he wanted, and color matched it to that blue, and we're just, yep, this is our update so far. So pretty much all the paint is done. I'm gonna wet sand all my graphics and stuff. I'm gonna put about 3 or 4 more coats of clear on it and cut and buff it, and then everything should be ready to go. So hopefully he's pretty happy with it. It's definitely gonna be patriotic. pushing bikes right now. I do some like small cars or small little fender benders. You can hit me up on Black Sprocket Garage on Facebook, or my telephone number is 251-643-3251.
This is Biker Dad.
This Back on Two segment is brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. A lot of times when people get in a motorcycle crash, even if it's a small one, they decide never to get on a bike again. But that's not what this story is about. This story is about my friend who works here at Cottonmouth Customs Motorcycles in the Florida Panhandle. He did not hesitate. 5 days after a major motorcycle crash, he was back on two.
Back in 2010, I had my Suzuki 800. I just got it out of the shop that day. Just got custom work done on it. Riding home from work 5 o'clock in the morning, and girl runs a stop sign and stops in my path with only 35 feet for me to decide whether I'm gonna hit her, skid around her, or lay the bike down, or how I'm gonna handle that crash. So I avoided her, but I wound up high-siding and bounced down the highway at 60 miles an hour. I've talked to different people in different wrecks. One of two things happens. Either A, they don't remember anything, their mind blocks it out, or B, they have the experience that I had where I literally remember the rust pattern on her bumper. Legally, she had bare coverage insurance. Her insurance covered just the repair of my motorcycle and my medical bills, and I got nothing out of it. My emergency room bill was $74,000. That's my happy place. And I had a lot of people actually yelling at me about that, saying you need to throw that thing away, it's going to kill you. And I told them, no, you don't kill the horse because it breaks, because it throws you. I'm not going to throw away a bike because I got into a wreck. That's the only place I'm happy besides on stage or with my wife and family at home, of course. But, you know, my personal me time, that's my happy place.
This is Biker Dad.
Thank you for joining us on our epic trip to Texas this week. Anytime I can get back to the great state of Texas, I'm going to do it. I love it, especially Dallas. Next week's show is going to be a special Thanksgiving show. We've added several cities to this show since it started, and some of you haven't seen some of the best stories that we've done. So we're thankful that you have us in your households, and you're going to be watching with us as we go along. And so we're going to have a special Thanksgiving episode next week. Make sure and check it out, and you'll get caught up with everything. In the meantime, you can actually go watch all of the episodes on my YouTube channel. Just search TV Biker Dad on all the socials. We're everywhere. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week, and please look twice for motorcycles.